Welcome to my series on leading change and managing your brain's response to change. No matter what your organization does, change can be tricky. But change is a part of our organizational life. Our world is changing faster than ever. And as an astute leader, you must understand change and how to manage it. In this video series, we'll look at several techniques you can use to be more effective with change. In today's segment, let's examine why change is so hard. Advances in neuroscience provide clues to why the brain struggles with change and what strategies will ease that transformation. First, let's understand some brain basics behind change. You see, there's a part of the brain called the anterior cingulate cortex, or ACC. It's like a 911 call center for your brain. The ACC is constantly alert for errors, and errors are anything that does not sync up with either your past experience or your expectations. Like a 911 center, when an error is detected, the ACC calls in other brain functions to respond. In this case, it consults the amygdala. The amygdala decides if the error is a threat to your physical or emotional well-being. If your amygdala is hypersensitive to threats, which it is, a boss's tone of voice, an expression on a colleague's face, or even a sharp remark can register as a threat. If so, the amygdala initiates a reaction. You feel uncomfortable, stressed, worried, or fearful. And here are 3 other reasons that change is difficult from your brain's perspective. You see, your brain craves certainty. The brain uses your memories and experiences to make predictions. Errors are anything that don't fit that predicted pattern. Whether change is organizational, procedural, attitudinal, or when roles and responsibilities are changed, the ACC interprets the difference between the old and the new way as uncertainty, and the amygdala may view that uncertainty as a threat. And then secondly, you see, fear is easily remembered. If the amygdala views change as a threat to your job security, your self-esteem, your power, respect, or position, it generates a negative emotional response. And keep in mind that perception counts. The amygdala reacts whether the threat is real or imagined. Research shows that an emotional reaction, particularly a negative one, is more easily remembered. So that change, poorly handled, is going to stick in those employees' minds. And third, change is exhausting. Intellectually, you understand that you must adapt to change, so you consciously make an effort to do so. Inside your brain, that effort means the cognitive part of the brain must strive to convince the amygdala. It's gonna be fine, you rationalize. This mental effort takes energy. As you and your brain tire, it's harder to control the feelings and reactivity. A workplace undergoing change is more likely to experience edginess, short fuses, and infighting. So as you contemplate change in your workplace, keep in mind that collective brains around you are wired to be suspicious of change. Keep in mind these 3 reasons why change is so hard. The brain wants certainty, and change is rarely certain. Fear is easily remembered, and change can create fear. And change takes a lot of cognitive power, which is exhausting. People can't sustain that level of focus for long without becoming stressed and tired, and that works against change. Next month, we'll talk about how, as a leader, you can effectively manage change while recognizing the brain's natural tendencies. I'll see you then.